and welcome back to another grief-inspired video. My name is McNulty, and today I want to talk to you about how to get outside and get some exercise to make you feel better. Now, everybody knows that if you get more exercise that you're going to feel better, but sometimes it's so hard to get yourself up when you're grieving. So I'm going to give you a technique that I use that I've learned from somebody else that gets me up basically when I want to do anything that I do. But in this scenario, I want to apply it to grief and getting you out of bed so that you can get out and get walking. So first off, I want to talk about why exercise is so good for you. It's so good for you because you are getting outside and your body is a biochemical machine. In my last video, I mentioned that I have a degree in biochemistry and molecular biology, and your body functions based on your biochemistry. And the reality is that when you get out and when you move and when you do more things, your body starts to release chemicals, and it's the feel-good chemicals, the endorphins, and the other serotonin-like chemicals that make you feel good. So that's why even getting up and walking to the mailbox and back again will make a difference. And so that's what I'm encouraging you to do. Now, one of the reasons that I like to talk about this is because I use this throughout my entire life when I'm thinking about things. So I've suffered with anxiety, I've suffered with depression, and there's been times when I really wanted to change how I felt. And so I've learned a lot from Tony Robbins, and I'm sure a lot of you know Tony Robbins. And if you don't, leave me a message below and I will send you a link. But if you love him, let me know that too. But one of the things he says is that let me see if I can get this right, your psychology is dictated by your physiology. So if you want to change your psychology, change your physiology. So physiology meaning your body. That if you want to change how your mind is working and how you feel, he talks about changing state. Right? And so if you've ever watched him, he'll do videos, and right before he goes on stage, when he wants to get himself all pumped up, he gets on a trampoline and goes up and down, and it changes his body and he gets more excited, and so he has more energy and it keeps things going. So that's changing your psychology by changing your physiology. Now, you may know this, right? And you may say, great, okay, so getting out, getting some exercise would be great, but I'm not really interested in getting off the couch. I'm not really interested in getting off the bed, and which I totally get. I was the same way when I was grieving. I didn't want to go outside. I wanted to just be alone. And getting that leap is very difficult. I talked to one of my friends this morning, and she told me that, you know, she wanted to exercise and she thought about it, but when she did, she immediately thought about her son who she had lost, and she thought to herself, well, I could just spend time wallowing and staying here in bed. But she's like, I don't want to do that. I know that exercise is going to help me. And she found a way to get herself out of bed, and she went, and I asked her how she felt after she worked out, and she said, you know, I'm so glad I went. It did feel so good. But I wanted to talk to you more about how you get yourself up, because the hard part is, like I said, getting off the couch and getting out to even do any type of exercise. So just walking around, you know, so don't think that you have to run 12 miles. I don't think I could run 12 miles if my life depended on it, but the important thing is to get up and get some exercise and do some movement. So that takes me to the lessons that I learned from a woman named Mel Robbins. She is hysterical. If you don't follow her on YouTube, that would be another one to look at. But her claim to fame most recently has been her 5-second rule. So she wrote a book called The 5-Second Rule. And she was in a situation where she was in bed. She was very depressed with her life and how things were going. And she was trying to figure out like how she was going to get herself out of her bed. And what she did was she happened to be watching on TV, and she watched a launch of a spacecraft, probably of the space shuttle, because this was several years ago. And what she realized was that there was a countdown. And so the countdown is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. And so her whole concept around the 5-second rule is you need to launch yourself when you don't want to go. And when you don't want to do something that you know you need to do. And so I want you guys to apply this to how you're feeling right now. So if you agree with me, and let me know if you do agree, that you should get out and get some exercise, then what I want you to do is try this and let me know how it goes. So again, when you're sitting on the couch or you're sitting in bed and you're like, okay, I need to get up and do this, do the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then launch yourself out off of the couch and go for a walk. That's what I want you to try to do. See how that works for you. Please comment below. Let me know if it helps. But again, just start using the launch, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I think that you will be surprised with how well you feel. And after you've gone for a walk and after you've gotten some exercise, let me know down below in the comments how it worked for you and what you're going to try to do maybe tomorrow or maybe the next day. Thanks so much. My name is Catherine McNulty, and I want you to be grief inspired too. Now go get some exercise. Love you guys.